Hello and welcome to HCS Connects. I'm Kelly Gorel with Hampton City Schools. Today we have Shamika Pollard with us, the executive principal of the Hampton High School. So welcome to HCS Connects.
Thank you very much.
And I kind of stole your thunder. I said the Hampton High School, but I really want to hear you say it.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm proud to represent the Hampton High School.
I love it. So Shamika, this is your first year as executive principal of Hampton High School, home of the Crabbers, correct?
Absolutely, it is, and I'm thrilled, I'm honored, and I'm humbled to serve in this position.
But you've been with Hampton for a while, correct?
Absolutely. I've been with Hampton City Schools over 15 years, actually. I taught for 2 years in Hampton at the Hampton High School. From there, I went to Kecoughtan High School and served as an assistant principal for 4 years. Phoebus as an assistant principal for 5 years. I served in Portsmouth for 1 year as a school administrator. And then I returned to Hampton City Schools as an academy principal at the Hampton High School for 3 years prior to becoming the executive principal.
Well, excellent. So you didn't start, though, with Hampton City Schools within your teaching career. So tell us a little bit about where you grew up and how you got into teaching.
Absolutely. I am a product of Richmond Public Schools. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. After high school, I attended Virginia State University, majoring in mathematics education. It was a huge deal. I am a first-generation college student.
Excellent.
So I kind of paved the way for my siblings and other members of my family. I taught for 2 years in Richmond at a high school prior to coming to Hampton.
So math kind of scares people sometimes.
It does.
So what, particularly what in math? Because there's all different types of subjects as far as math is concerned.
Well, as a teacher, I taught Algebra 1, Algebra 2, trigonometry, pre-calculus, and math analysis. So I almost covered the board as far as high school courses are concerned.
That's a little scary.
With the exception of geometry.
With the exception of geometry.
Which frightens me.
Geometry frightens you.
It does.
You know, geometry is very different than all the other different strands of math.
It is. It is very different.
So when you came to Hampton, after being at Richmond Public Schools,
yes,
and you were a math teacher at Hampton High, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then how long were you a math teacher again at Hampton High?
2 years.
2 years before you went into administration.
Absolutely.
So when you came back to Hampton in that assistant principal role, that was like during a time when we were really in a transformation as a school division. So did that bring you back to Hampton High School?
It made it very, very attractive. I came in when we were doing the groundbreaking work for the academies of Hampton. So serving as the freshman academy principal, I was on the ground floor for all of the decision making. I was able to be at the table when decisions were made about which academies to have in which buildings, how we wanted our freshman academies to work, and what that portrait of a graduate would actually look like. So it has been very, very exciting to be a part of that work from its inception.
That's excellent. And those students now that went wall to wall are juniors.
Yes, they are. They are juniors, and those are my first babies is what I call them. So they are juniors, and they are looking at career immersion and exploration more this year than they ever have. So it is a very, very exciting time for them.
Now you're the executive principal, but you were at Hampton, like you said, for the last 3 years as, you know, the freshman academy principal, working with those students and those teachers. So what have you really enjoyed now as the executive principal?
Well, the role is very different. I love my students. Everyone knows I'm a kids principal. That's what they say about me. So one of the things that's been really exciting and that I've really enjoyed is the children rooting for me. That first week of school, so many students came up to me and told me how proud they were of me, that I'm now their executive principal. I did notice that they were a little confused about how our relationship would change based on my new position. One of the things I've always said to my students, no matter what, whenever they came to my office as an academy principal or assistant principal, and they'd ask if I was busy, my response is always, I'm never too busy for you. And so I've maintained that, and that just brings them a sense of comfort knowing that yes, my position may be different, but I'm the same person, I still care about you, and I'm here for you every day.
Well, that's very important. That relationship building is just as important as academics, with the school climate and the culture.
Absolutely.
What have you, now you've had these students that are rooting for you, they're so proud that you're the executive principal, but you obviously have some goals, being that executive principal.
Yes.
What are some of your goals now for Hampton High School?
Well, knowing the building and the climate and the culture and the staff and students has been invaluable. It has helped so much, but I see the potential. We have outstanding students. We have an amazing staff at Hampton High School. So my goals include just continuing upon that legacy of excellence that has already been in place. So helping teachers realize their full potential as educators and facilitators of learning, helping students understand that your education can be whatever you make it. Getting the most out of the career academies, partnerships with our business community is going to be so important to us. Another goal I have is to improve our climate and culture results on our surveys. Anyone who walks into our building feels that sense of pride, but we need that pride to be all over the building at all times and not just small pockets of excellence. It needs to be every day. Everywhere you look at the Hampton High School, you can feel that sense of pride. Additionally, tapping into the resources we have in the community. With Hampton High School being the oldest high school, we have tons of alumni out there.
You do.
So tapping into those resources, re-engaging them with their school and helping them to help us to show our students that legacy that they are a part of. Our theme this year is A Legacy of Excellence Continues.
Oh, I like that.
We want that to go on, and we want everyone who walks our halls to feel that sense of Crabber pride.
And there is a lot of Crabber pride.
Yes.
There's a lot of Crabber pride throughout the city of Hampton. So
Yes.
you have great alumni, great business partners, as well as the academies of Hampton are very strong.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the academies that are offered at Hampton High School?
Well, at Hampton High School, we have a wide variety, which is great. We have the Maritime Academy, we have the Academy of Technology and Engineering, we have the Academy of Health, Human, and Financial Services, and we also have the IB program as one of our academies, in addition to Freshman Academy.
So a lot going on.
A lot going on every day.
Every day. That pretty much takes up most of your waking time.
It does.
But I'm sure that there are other things that you enjoy to do. So tell us a little bit about your hobbies or interests beyond education and the Hampton High School.
Absolutely. Well, I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, which is a service organization. So I do spend some of my time giving back through service projects with the sorority. I do believe in paying it forward, which is another reason I went into education, to be able to pay it forward to younger generations. I enjoy shopping and traveling. I don't get to travel as often
I was going to
as
say,
I'd like
when do you have time for that?
But I look online at resorts and things, and they all look amazing. I do enjoy traveling, though, and getting out and just having that time to myself to process and reflect and think about future goals and where I'm going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm at a very, very exciting point in my life right now. So I'm just excited to get our year really going. We're in the second month of school, so the kids have settled in a little. So I'm very, very excited about what the year has to come.
Excellent. Well, do you have any trips planned? I know you said you like to look at the resorts online, or did you take any trips this past summer?
Well, this past summer I did not vacation technically, but I did spend a weekend in South Carolina with family. So it was great to be able to just, spend that quality time with my family that I have not seen for a while. Helps to remind you of who you are and reconnects you with your roots. So that's always very important. I have a trip planned for 2020. It's a girls' trip, and we are going on a mystery vacation.
Oh, fun.
So I don't know the location.
Well, that's exciting.
It is. It is a little scary.
I'm a little
very
surprised
exciting.
because you like to be very organized and on top of things and know exactly what's going on. So that's a little bit out of your box.
Well, needless to say, I wasn't the organizer.
Okay. So anything exciting coming up at Hampton High School in the next few months?
Absolutely. In the next few months, we have several things going on. We're going to have our Rising 9th grade and Rising 10th grade nights for families to come in and take a look at our academies that we have to help them make the most informed decision making. The IB window will be opening for students to come and apply for the IB program. Additionally, we will be inviting 8th graders into the building so that they can take a look at our classrooms, our academy classrooms, to determine if we have something of interest to them in the building and give them a firsthand actual look at the classroom and the students and what they would be learning and exposed to at the Hampton High School.
Well, and you had referenced that there are rising 10th grade and 9th grade nights coming up to explore those academy options. And that is one thing, as far as I know, a lot of parents, like, we just got back to school.
Right.
We're still in that first 9 weeks. It feels like we just went to open house, but we already have to start thinking about next year.
We do.
As those students are going to the expo and you know, visiting with all of the vendors and the different types of careers. But those parent nights are for the rising 10th graders, October.
Yes, October, and it is very, very critical that parents and students attend. We want our parents to make the best decision that they can, having all of the information available. Of course, at the Hampton High School, we will spotlight the academies at Hampton High School, but we will also share information about the academies at the other schools, because while I am a little biased to Hampton, I want our families to make the most informed decision and do what's going to be best for them.
Excellent. Well, you've got a lot going on over at Hampton.
We do.
But very exciting. 100% accredited this year without conditions. So a lot of great things going on. Like you said, some hardworking teachers and staff and students.
Yes.
So what a great place to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, and thank you for joining us today so that we can learn a little bit more about you and in your new role as the executive principal of Hampton High. And we wish you the best of luck and cannot wait to see Hampton just continue to grow.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us on HCS Connects. In the meantime, stay connected with us. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Jump over to our website or the PEG TV station. Thanks and have a great day.